Good morning. It is 23 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, Krystle Noble back with us with the Roswell Humane Society. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. This weather's nice.
It is nice.
No frozen water lines.
Yeah, today, now enjoy, because tomorrow's going to be warm but windy. I forgot to mention that when I think I got to talk about MREs and just spaced out the rest of the weather. But yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be like 72, but it's supposed to get like windy in the afternoon. And then Saturday, our high is like 49. So.
Yeah.
But then we're back in the mid-60s Sunday, so it's short-lived.
I don't understand our winter.
It's just New Mexico.
Sometimes we have a winter, sometimes we have a spring.
I will give us this. For the last couple weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, it's been consistently roller coaster. Like, it literally, for nothing but the last couple weeks, it'd be 71 day, 40 the next, 71 day, 40 the next. You know, it's been consistently doing that for the last couple of weeks now. So,
and that's why people get sick.
There you go. There you go. So, but anyway, Humane Society, how is it doing as far as pets and everything? We pretty full right now?
We are very, very full.
Okay. So looking, if you are looking to make a loving home for a pet, you've got a good selection to choose from right now.
We do. Now, typically we don't have the opportunity to talk about dogs hitting their 1-year anniversary.
Oh, you got some?
We've got multiple.
Oh, bummer.
Yin Yang will be hitting his 1 year.
Okay.
Denim, Gabby, and Scrappy Doo.
Okay.
And then we have Beauty and Charming. April's their 1-year anniversary, but they're pups, you know.
Okay.
They're not very big. They're lab mix, maybe with pit bull. The mom was pit mix.
Okay.
But they look more labby.
Okay.
And they're super sweet, super loving. You know, they were born and brought to the shelter 2 days after they were born. So they've spent their entire life at the shelter.
All they know is the shelter, pretty much.
Yep.
All right. So they need to get home.
They do. We have Cookie, who's been there almost a year. So we have a lot of dogs that have been there quite a while. And typically, you know, 2 to 3 months, you know, that's
on
long,
average.
On average.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're coming across a year, you know, after a while, the animals start to get, you know, a little bit unhappy, kennel sour. And
absolutely.
You can walk them so many times, but that's still not equivalent to being at home.
They need a life with a home, with a family, and they get to, you know, sleep all day or play or whatever, you know, what dogs do, you know, live the life that they do. That's what these dogs need. So if you're looking to really rescue some pets, there's a half dozen right there that are looking for good homes and been looking for a while, and I bet they're all great dogs, too.
They are. You know, Yin Yang, the only issue that Yin Yang has is he can climb chain link fence.
Okay.
And he can get out of a 6-foot fence.
So you need some...
he needs some cinder block and 8-foot.
Gotcha.
But... You know, lots of walks, lots of activity. You know, if you were a hiker or something.
And that's another thing, too. I imagine that dog, once the dog is with a family and has a chance to exercise and live its life, I bet it'll just calm down and stop trying to do...
His need for escape will go away.
Yeah, exactly. Once you feel that need, the dog will stop trying to do that.
Denim, you know, she's super, super sweet. She's probably about 90 pounds.
Okay, so big girl.
She's a French Mastiff mix.
Okay.
She's pretty big.
Yeah.
But she's super sweet. She will not jump on you. She sits for attention. When you're trying to leave, she spins in a circle so that way you can't leave. She's like, nope.
She's a big lover.
She does a derby around you. She's like, no. But, you know, all she really wants is to be pet and go for walks. She loves walks. She sees the harness and she just sits and waits. She's like, I'm going.
So despite being a bigger dog, she probably would be okay for a solo, you know, someone, as long as they're, you know, physically able to walk.
Yeah,
and
she
do all
does
that,
not pull on the leash, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure if she saw something that excited her, then, but, you know, when she knows she's going on a walk, she's really on her best behavior.
But maybe a male that's living single, older male, that someone who can handle the strength of a 90-pound dog, because I would hate for a little lady to have that sweet dog and then, like you said, sees a squirrel or something and takes off running, where at least a male could.
She has a moment, squirrel.
But it sounds like she's pretty calm, tame.
She is. She was on a release just because we had her and her sister. They were both on a release because they got bigger than they expected them to. And the wife was fearful that she couldn't handle them. And they had 3 small children.
Gotcha.
So, and the husband worked multiple hours throughout the day, and the wife was home with the kids.
Sure.
And just feared that they were too big for her to handle if they were to do something to the kids.
Aggressive.
Now, she sees kids. She's like, oh my God, she's in sensory overload. She loves kids.
So she's a family dog. Really,
she is.
Or a companion dog. Should be great for that. And sounds like would be love to just, have that one or family of people to love and be a part of. So
yeah.
So if you love a big goofy dog, that sounds like the one you want there.
She does slobber, so prepare for that.
It's a Mastiff. The Mastiffs do that, or part Mastiff. And
yeah.
if there's any part of a Mastiff that's 90 pounds, there's going to be slobber. It's just it's part of the beat.
And she knows how to use your sleeve to wipe it off.
But she's a lover. So.
She really is. She's really sweet.
Awesome.
We have plethora of cats. Still have a waiting list of cats to come in. So
okay.
We've got kittens. We've got adult cats. We have 2, and I'm gonna call them middle aged because 9's really not old for cats because they live forever.
Yeah, they can live 18 years, no problem.
So middle aged. They were owner released because their mom was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And she was being sent to Texas for treatment, but she was not able to take the cats with her.
She's got a cancer battle. She can't take care of cats.
Right. Well, she was going to be in a facility there, so can't have cats in a facility.
Yeah. Basically, she had to give up the cats, and that's unfortunate.
And one's name is Mimi. The other one's name is Precious. They're super sweet. They both love attention. Precious is a long hair, and she loves to be brushed.
Okay.
They're both already spayed, but they will need microchip and rabies.
Okay. And ideally, it sounds like if you can adopt 2, that'd be a good, since they've used to being together already.
Yeah, they're so
joined at the hip.
Yeah, when we had to separate them because they're bigger cats, they were not missing any meals. 2 did not fit in one cage. So when we had to separate them, Precious was like, no, that's my sister. No. So they're side by side, but it's still not the same as being together.
So hopefully if you're looking for one cat, why not have 2 and take them both?
Yeah, and cats live for a very long time.
Absolutely. If they're 9 years old, they're already outgrown the youthful goofiness. And so, they're going to be adults, and if, active and healthy, they'll run around and do their thing. But they've got the wisdom of aging to them, so they act a little more mature than a younger kitten.
They do, and they don't run in between your feet.
Oh, that's interesting.
So
if you're elderly and that's a problem for you, these cats, that's not a problem. So good deal.
They're super, super sweet. Like I said, Precious, the key to her heart is that brush.
Loves the brush.
You show her that brush, and she's just like, oh, hi.
I'm about to get a massage. All right.
And she rubs into the brush, and she tells you where she wants to be brushed. And, and then you can brush her in other places, and then she's like, yeah, no, I kind of want to be brushed over here now.
It's like, I get you, but we got to get the matting out of everything. So,
yeah.
Good deal.
And Mimi's medium-haired. She likes to be brushed, too. It's just the key is Precious.
Gotcha. Great. So please, and of course, for folks that don't know, if you adopt from the Humane Society for dogs, they're going to want to inspect and make sure that you have a home that is able to handle the dog, fenced-in yard or adequately enclosed yard, making sure there's shelter, food, water, all the things that dog has access to. Cats, they don't come inspect your home, but they have to be indoor cats. All animals that are adopted out of the Humane Society will be spayed or neutered. If they not already are, they will go to the shelter, from the shelter to the vet of your choosing, but they will get spayed or neutered before they come to your home. And then microchipped as well while they do that. So, because that's the ordinance here in the city of Roswell.
Right. And then, if you do live in the county, because our shelter is in city limits, we have to abide by city ordinances. So
to adopt a pet, you have to get it microchipped.
Yes.
It's not a choice.
No, and it's really beneficial to you in the long run because if your animal ever were to get out, when they come into the kennel, we scan them.
Yep.
And if, you have a microchip, then we can call you and
get
say,
a phone call,
hey,
we got Scruffy. Yeah.
Don't be posting flyers.
Yeah.
I'm holding them in my hand.
We got your pet. Come get him, and you get him back. And then obviously, the onus on you as an owner if you move or change phone numbers or any.
And you have to update that microchip.
It's really easy to do. Usually, just go to a website and do it. It takes all of 5 minutes, but you got to be on top of it. So.
Yeah, it's really beneficial because like I said, the lady that lived in Maryland, You know, somebody had stole her dog. 2 years later, it ended up in Roswell, New Mexico, and it was reunited back to her.
Because of that chip.
Because of her microchip.
Yeah. And that only would have happened because of that chip.
Yep. Because collars can be taken off.
I hate to burst folks' bubbles, but older folks, if you've seen the movie Benji, that's an exception, not the rule. Most dogs don't go across the country and just find their way home like Benji does.
Benji and Lassie were movie dogs.
Yeah.
They don't really exist.
Yeah,
their breed does, but not that personality.
No. Yeah. Lassie won't go to the well every time you call her, but and Benji won't. You can't put Benji in the North Pole and she'll find her way home. It just doesn't work that way.
And if you watched Homeward Bound, cats and dogs do not travel across the open plains.
Yes. So get your animal microchip. And even if you say if you're a pet owner now and you don't have your pet microchipped, I know it's the ordinance now, and they're not going to ding you unless your animal gets out, really. But it is really better for you, especially if you've got dogs or that get out or something like that. Cats, I mean, if they're indoor cats and they rarely get out, maybe it's not as big a thing, but there's always that one time, oops, there's a guy coming to clean the carpets. They leave the door open. Where'd the cats go? That whole deal. So it's good to have those either way. So, and I'm not saying go rush out and get an appointment just to get a microchip, but the next time your pet has a routine checkup or in to get rabies vaccines or whatever updates, go ahead and get that microchipping done while you're at it. That way you're in compliance and you're protecting your pets.
It helps you in the long run, when, if your animal were to ever get out. Like, let's say your cat, got caught in a cat trap and taken to animal control. Mm-hmm. Animal control scans for microchip too. So, if, they scan it, oh, hey, this one has an owner, they're going to call you and say, hey, we have your cat.
Absolutely.
Now, if you have feral cats and they're caught in a cat trap, I'm not sure how easy it is to scan a feral cat for a microchip, but
is there a lot of feral cats that have been chipped? I know a lot will get fixed, but I
don't know if they're chipping them as much as fixing them. But
yeah, because that's been the move I've noticed is, when people like in my neighborhood, we have some neighbors and there's some feral cats that kind of hang out, but all of them have been gathered up and been spayed or neutered, and then you'll see some of them have little flea and tick collars and stuff around them. But yeah, so there's people taking care of them, but I don't know if they're getting them chipped too or how that works.
But if you have a feral cat and you want it chipped, I don't know that it'll get scanned because they're not the easiest to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and unfortunately, the shelf life of a feral cat is much less than your pet cat.
It is.
They don't live 18 years like your family pet cat will because they're living in much harsher elements and climates. And remember that night when it was 32 degrees out or 20 degrees out? I guess where that cat was outside trying to get warm up somewhere. And that takes away life when they do that. So.
It does because their body has to work harder to stay warm.
Absolutely. Yeah. I want to ask while we're talking this real quick. Are vouchers, the low-income spay and neuter vouchers still available in 2022, or how's that going?
It has changed a little bit.
Okay.
It is no longer low income, so you do not have to provide income.
Okay. Just a need.
Just a need, as long as you are not already in the system.
Okay.
If you've never used the program before, you can get 2 vouchers.
Okay.
But if you need, if you have 2 animals, one's already fixed, and you just need to get the other one fixed, that's fine. But once you enter into the program, they cannot reissue you another one. So if you have 2 that you're debating, I want to fix this one, but not this one.
Get 2 vouchers.
Get 2 vouchers. And it covers 150 now instead of just 100.
Oh, great. So they upped it. So if you've got a little dog, that might pay for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bigger
little
dogs
dog,
will
cat.
be a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah. And depending on the vet you go to, each vet charges a different price.
Sure. Absolutely.
So it varies. But yeah. No longer voucher, or no longer income required.
Well, great.
So just take your ID in as long as you're not in the system.
Yeah.
Then we can issue you up to 2 vouchers.
So if you're adopting a pet from the Humane Society, you need to just go ahead and get it. Why would you not?
It does not go towards adoption.
Oh, it's just for people that are already pet owners.
Yeah, people that are already pet owners.
Okay, so if you're already a pet owner.
Yeah, but if your animal has been picked up by animal control.
Okay.
It will help towards the reclaim of your animal.
Okay, so you can use it that way to get them out of jail.
But it does not go towards adoptions.
Okay.
It just goes towards animals already at home or reclaiming at animal control.
Gotcha. Very good. So make note of that there. So if you've got some pets here or, maybe you acquired one from a different avenue. One showed up in your yard one day, or unfortunately you found someone doing puppies in the parking lot kind of deal, which I hate. But
that is illegal.
It is illegal and it happens, but I hate it because it's just not good. There's nothing good about that. What about thrift store? Let's get some updates
This Saturday is the big day.
Good deal.
New Year, New Day sale. Everything in the store is half off.
Awesome. So if you want to save big on the deeply discounted stuff already, this Saturday is your chance to do that.
So, and people get paid on the 1st and 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday's the 15th. It's payday.
Payday.
So, if you're looking for stuff, they've got a plethora.
Good deal.
Clothes, shoes, purses, small appliances. They've got a full-size bed there.
Wow.
They've got a lot of stuff, and it's all going to be 50% off Saturday.
Excellent. So please come on by. What time does the sale start on Saturday?
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
And then it'll end when they close at 4:30.
Gotcha. But if you wait till 4:30, pickings might be slim. That's all I'm saying. Get there at 10 o'clock or somewhere thereabouts, because I know, especially thrift store.
The regular people are already going to be lined up out the door.
Put it this way. It's Wednesdays, right? That's their new, like, the thrift stores close Tuesdays, and they do restock and replenish and do stuff there. So the regulars know Wednesday morning when they come in at 10 o'clock on Wednesday, that's the new items are on the shelf day. So every Wednesday you could set your watch by it. There's going to be a line of people.
Starting about 8 or 9:40.
About
they get there about
9:40.
20 minutes till. And so in the summertime, they're lined up down the building.
Gotcha.
In the wintertime,
in the cars
they're in
waiting.
the cars, and about 5 till they get up and they go up against the building.
And they're waiting for that first person to break the seal. Like, all right, who's going to get out first? All right. And then once that one person does, everybody in there
is the first person.
She's the designated.
She's always the first person.
Sets the tone on who gets out 1st.
Mm-hmm. And she's cute, beanie, scarf,
prepared
gloves,
up,
big old jacket,
ready to tackle the colder weather. So.
Yeah.
But so come on out and be a part of it. Like I said, it'll be at 10 o'clock this Saturday. Yep. If you're not familiar, the Humane Society is on East McGaffey. It's matter of fact, Animal Control and the Humane Society are right next door to each other.
We share a parking lot.
They're on East McGaffey. So if you go down there, and the kennels and the thrift store, they're on site. Right next door is the Animal Control. If the kennel hours and the thrift store hours are a little different, we'll give you those here in a minute. But so I always want to say, if you go into the Humane Society and you're looking around for pets and you don't see anything that you connect with or whatever, don't leave without walking right next door over to Animal Control and take a look at their pets, because it does not matter which building you get it from, you're rescuing pets regardless. So it's a good thing to hit. And if you worry about rescuing, don't worry. If the Humane Society, you adopt over there and that opens up a kennel, if there's any animals on the short list next door, that's what they do, is fill it with that. So you're don't feel bad about one animal in one building, and it's like, oh, you're helping regardless.
And there's a lot of rescue groups that do help animal control as well.
Absolutely.
So
they're always keeping an eye on their short lists and things, and try to get plans in place if one of those pets start getting on those short lists. So there's a lot of people that watch that and keep try to do as much as they can to prevent from having to put any of these animals to sleep.
And to my knowledge, they really haven't had to, unless it was like sick or aggressive.
Gotcha.
So they've been doing really, really good with adoptions and rescue groups pulling from them.
Good to hear.
But regardless if it's animal control or us, saving a life is saving a life.
Yeah.
And, we might not have, something that you're interested in.
Mm-hmm.
And animal control is just a walk in the parking lot. So
absolutely. Yeah.
Why not look?
And like I said, I've adopted from both. I mean, my dog Sissy came from animal control. Hannah, my current cat, she's from the Humane Society. And then Bella, my other cat's a pound cat. She's a pound cat.
Oh, I miss pound puppies. Oh, if that doesn't age me.
I remember pound puppies.
Oh man.
See, I'm a little older, so by the time pound puppies came out, I was too cool for school at that point. Yeah.
Oh man,
I would have
puppies.
looked stupid messing with pound puppies. I was trying to lure women. Trying to be suave and sexy.
Look, sweetheart, I got a pound puppy.
I I got a pound puppy.
You want to come pet my puppy?
What are you, 12? We're moving on here. I want a real man. They wanted real men back then, youngins.
That seems to be something they don't know about these
They didn't
days.
want, ironically, flannel shirts. They wanted people that actually wore flannel shirts for a reason, because they needed to, not because it looks good with their beard.
Lumberjacks really existed back then.
Yeah, they're actually real ones, not ones with skinny jeans.
Oh, that's awful. Funny but awful.
It's funny because it's true.
Oh, yes, it is. Because I wore flannel skinny jeans yesterday.
But you're a female. It's dudes that do this. It's like, come on.
Well, I needed skinny jeans for my work boots because regular pants don't fit with it.
Well, men should not wear skinny jeans.
I agree.
Men should not. It's not right.
Mm-mm.
It's just not right.
I agree. It's very
Even
creepy.
if you look, quote unquote, look good in them, it's just
look good.
not something you should do. It's just it just isn't the way it should be.
That's like women wearing tighty whities.
Yeah.
We don't have the junk for it. We don't need it.
And here's the deal. All you 18, 20-somethings right now, sporting all this stuff, here when you're in your 30s, you're going to see pictures of yourself now and say, man, I was an idiot. You're going to do it. We all do it. You're going to, too. And it's going to be those jeans that we're telling you right now are bad. When you're in your 30s, you're like, oh, they were right. These are bad. Trust me. You're going to have that moment, and it's going to hit you, and it's going to be those jeans.
Yep. When we were in the 80s, it was the hair. You know? It wasn't the clothes, it was the hair.
Yeah.
Now, it's the clothes.
Well, some of the clothes, like so many, like those clam digger pants and the neon colored things, that was awful. That was like, I've seen pictures of me wearing some neon yellow or orange stuff, the big culotte clam digger shorts or skids or any of that garbage. And you're like, oh, I look like a clown show, man. Just a clown show.
But then, you see your friends right next to you looking just as clowny. Yeah. So, you can't say that you're the only one.
And I don't know how many pics of me from high school wearing like Bugle Boy jeans.
Oh, God. Oh, man.
And I'm like, oh, man, look at my jeans. They're just, the way they're cut, they were baggy back then. They were in more baggy than tight back then. That was terms like loose.
If you want to wear tight pants, go buy Wranglers.
Yeah. Now, there's the other extreme. Don't wear some pants that the pants are hanging below your butt crack there. I mean, that's just bad.
If you want loose and comforting, go for it. But if you want to wear tight pants, don't buy skinny jeans. Buy Wranglers.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm pretty sure we got a plethora of those at the thrift store.
Yeah. And you got to be careful with Wranglers, too. If you're a first-time Wrangler wearer, maybe you ought to get some trainer Wranglers first, because
start with the rustlers.
Yeah, something that ain't showing off everything that you want to show off. All I'm saying, I've seen some people, I'm like, really? How are you even breathing in those pants? I mean,
Don't buy the Wranglers so tight that you're walking like a stick, like Gumby.
I'm seeing wrinkles now. All right, that's just not good. You're not supposed to see wrinkles through the jeans. Just saying.
That's too tight.
I'm bringing this back on track.
Talk to the people at Roswell Livestock. They'll size you up for the right size
get
Wranglers.
your pair of pants that you'll, see everything.
Leave some mystery.
There's some to the imagination. Come on. But if you are looking for a pet, please come by the Humane Society. Come out this Saturday, 10 a.m. over the thrift store, 10 to 4, but get there closer to 10. Are they going to do like any baked goods or any of that kind of stuff going to be showing up there? Or is that COVID kind of put the kibosh on all that?
Valentine's weekend.
So mark your calendar for Valentine's weekend for the next baked goods and all of that stuff. Okay.
They figured with the entire store being 50% off, a bake sale would be a little bit too much to maintain.
Too over the top, too sensory overload there.
Right.
We don't want that. We don't want people just heads exploding like that commercial with the whatever. I don't even remember. Yeah. We don't want that going on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the next bake sale is gonna be for Valentine's Day, and that should be the Saturday before, which would be the 12th, and it's gonna be everything pink and red on sale and bake sale.
I think that's the same date as the father-daughter city dance, too.
Oh.
So if you do that as part of your annual tradition, that'll be on the 12th at the Recreation Center. So for daddies and daughters, come. I think it's $10 for a daddy and a daughter. $3 or $5 for each additional daughter after that.
So which daughter do you sign up with?
Well, if you got 2 daughters, you just bring them both, and you pay the extra $5 or whatever. But it's 5 to 15, I want to say, is the age. Don't quote me on that.
Gotcha.
Go to RoswellConnect.com to get tickets and learn more about that. But that's on the 12th too. So get there early, get your baked goods and get your grub on, and then later in the day, take your daughter out for a dance there at the city.
Take her for some sweets, then treats.
There you go. Fancified.
Yeah.
Maybe a trip to Red Lobster in between for real fancy.
Hey, we ain't got nothing fancy here.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Red Lobster. You take your daughter, yeah, a 6-year-old, they'll think Red Lobster's like, Ruth Chris Steakhouse. So we'll be all right.
You want to upscale your daughter? You take her from McDonald's, and then you drive her around the parking lot, and you take her to Burger King.
There you go.
Their chicken nuggets? No.
There you go. Get them the hat, the paper hat upgrade.
Yeah.
With a king crown.
Queen for a day.
There you go. Is there anything we missed? Anything we want to make sure we cover with the Humane Society? Of course, if you want to get involved,
memberships. It's renewal, and I forgot to bring them to you.
Okay. Well, we'll get those
in.
We'll bring them in here in a couple weeks. But if you're interested in becoming a member of the Humane Society, great way to support the Humane Society. You can become a member. Your kids can become a member. Your pets can become anything that wants to be a member can be a member of the Humane Society. Kermit the Frog can even be a member of the Humane Society here. But
he can.
You'll go to roswellhumane.org. That's the website for the Humane Society. By the way, if you want to do some window shopping for pets, you can go to roswellhumane.org and see every single pet available at the Humane Society. If you see not available next to their picture or over their picture, that means they're in quarantine. That does not mean they've been adopted. So if you see one of those dogs or cats on there that says not available over it, they're in quarantine. But if you're like, oh, I love that cat, look at the beauty, I would call and ask and talk to them, and they'd be happy to tell you more. But while you're also there, you can sign up to become a member of the Humane Society.
Yes.
Like I said, you can sign anybody up, kids, pets, adults, children, everybody. So, and that's a great way because all that money is helped use to cover costs of the day-to-days at the shelter and all that, vet bills, the whole thing. And you get perks too. You get newsletter, and you get to be invited to the meeting to have a say in some of the business of the Humane Society and all of that. But it's a great way to support is by becoming a member every year and that continued dollars coming in to help these pets. So
it does, and it really renewal time is every year unless you do a lifetime member, then you never have to renew again.
Yeah.
So, but there's other ways. If you don't have access online, come down. We have the forms there in the office.
Yeah.
Or
we'll sign you up right away that way too.
Yeah, we can get it done there.
And then if you want and you looking, maybe you love dogs and stuff, you live in an apartment, can't have them, things like that. Always looking for volunteers to come walk and interact with the dogs and the pets. If you'd love to spend some time doing that, call the Humane Society, tell them what you want to do, and we'll make arrangements to make all that happen. So
sure can.
Good deal. Give out the phone number.
For the kennels is 622-8950.
Okay.
And for the thrift store is 623-9210.
Very good. Get out there, support, adopt, shop, and let's find some home and some love. Especially those 6 dogs or 5 or 6 dogs that have been, they're now marking their 1-year anniversary or longer at the Humane Society. No pet should be doing that. They should be in and out in a couple months max.
And they are sweet. There's nothing that we have visibly or physically seen that would detour them from people not wanting them.
And the older the dogs get and the longer they're there, the harder they are to adopt. So please come. Maybe if you're listening and saying you want to adopt, maybe when you get there, say, hey, I heard on the radio there's a couple dogs that have been here a while. Can I see them first? I'd like to come meet some of those dogs.
Yeah, and we'll tell you who they are.
Yeah, and that way
they are.
Maybe that's your next companion for the next 10 to 12 years here. So that'd be great.
Yeah. I could see it, I could see Yin Yang running around for another 15. That dog's got some energy.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he's a good boy.
Yeah, and that's just it. These are all great dogs. Every dog and everything's got their little quirks and stuff, but that's with training, interaction, all of that changes. Being a pet owner is an investment, and if you go in knowing that, then you're going to have an amazing experience. If you go in thinking you're just having something that you get to pet and then that's it, every once in a while, that's not how it is. You've got to
put time in.
You're raising that pet is what you're doing.
You're teaching them bad habits.
You're raising that pet.
And you're teaching them good habits.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. So, well, thank you, as always.
Thank you. See you in a couple weeks.
We'll see you here in a few weeks here. And, you know what? I'm going to bring my blue blockers in. I want your opinion on my glasses. I went old man glasses.
Oh?
I did. I love it, and I'm happy. I brought them in yesterday, and I got I got them, and I love them. Love them. Amazing. But remind me, 2 weeks, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
So. All right.